Alright, hello everybody. It is Obi-Wan Pez for N-Simplex Pachinko. We're going to be playing some Astroneer tonight. Just gonna... I shouldn't keep moving this around. Alright, can we do a different window capture? Alright, cool. Alright. So, basic idea for tonight. Gonna try to dig, find some new biomes, and gonna get down further in the stream world. Let's go ahead and load it up. And I probably want to turn the volume away from Pretzel Rocks onto our game. Sorry, Pretzel Rocks. Okay, well, that's gonna have to be the case. It's gonna be whiteboard underneath. Okay. Just to double check. See the cool. So we have our little overhang project. We have the buggy that we got last time, and we can explore pretty much anywhere that we want at this point to be able to gather resources, whether above ground or now underground. If we go underground, we can grab our oxygenator combined with the two storages here, or we can leave all of this here and just take the buggy. Alright, for now, I think we will leave everything here and take this with us as we descend. Also continue putting research on there anytime we get up. Alright, we've got a bunch of tethers, which actually I'm just going to leave behind. Since we're taking the oxygenator with us, we're not going to also be using that. We do have an oxygen tank, so that'll give us at least a little bit of time if we fall or something bad happens, TM. So we're going to pull this off and start heading down. Of course. And I missed the grab. Alright, so we gotta start running, grab the actual thing itself. Try not to crash into anything or fall off the big giant cliff at the end. Alright, so what we want is to be able to build down to that. So we can kind of build out to this section here. And then also we can start cutting this a little bit to try and get a nice, fairly steep ramp that goes down to the bottom. Alright, so that's good enough for here. Good evening to Cherry Dipper, how are you? Collect some resources as we go down. You'll notice that the resource count on this one, that was 54 points, whereas most of the ones up above were like 20, 30, 40. That is not a coincidence. So as we get further and further down into Sylva, our research is going to be worth more. Currently we have 1,200, almost 1,300 points. We're going to need to take 1,000 for packagers, and eventually we do want, we could get some mods while we're up top as well, but eventually we're going to want the shuttle. And we can do small shuttle for now because we have aluminum. It's going to be 1,500. The other stuff is going to require the chem lab. You can't get the chem lab without iron, and you can't get iron without going to some other planets. So, got some issues there. But if we hold out for the small shuttle, oops, that one. We already have the aluminum upstairs, and we just pop a thruster on and get going. Just to make sure, we do have the thruster. I'm pretty sure I got it last time, but should always check just in case. Okay, I did not get it, so that's 500 by itself. So I'll take the solid fuel thruster. That's going to take, again, here, aluminum and ammonium, so that's also stuff we have. The hydrazine thrusters are great, but they burn hydrazine, which we don't have, and they require tungsten and steel, which we also don't have. The solid fuel thrusters are, I've said this last time, I think, 4 launches, so you can get to someplace and back if you don't totally cheat, which I'm going to totally cheat. There is a nice little exploit which allows you to take advantage of some little pieces that have been left in the game. We need eventually some not zinc, quartz, which I don't see any here. This is all zinc. Sphalerite. Okay. Sometimes it gets stuck a little bit, just Alright, then we want to get down this hole, which is already pre-made for us, so this is pretty nice. Don't have to do a whole lot of work here. I'll just remind myself later that this is the hole I want, and mark it by making this a little bit flatter. Come down here, and again, try not to fall off. This is one of the benefits of platforms. They also stick to walls as long as you get them to appear to be sticking to the wall while you're over here. Pretty much anytime you put them down, they just stick where they're going to come to rest wherever you stick them. Alright, so we get here. Gonna run out of soil here pretty quick, but can get more just off the wall. Alright, we see the blue circle around the terrain tool circle is filling up. And it just filled. So it makes a nice little boop sort of sound when you fill up completely. And again, we're going to come down here and take advantage of the fact that we have a hole that has been at least, okay, well, it doesn't go very far, but just circles back around. That's all good. Alright, come up here, grab the platform, bring it down, and breathe. Alright, now this symbol here says that we need 1 laterite, which is the aluminum mineral. So we're trying to look for something that is kind of cobalty blue and kind of a dark cobalt blue, and comes in like almost like stacks of coins. At least that is how it has been designed in this game. That is another hispine. We'll get rid of that. Take some more free research. And remember that the get our little compass here. If you hold your not your terrain tool, but your just mouse over your position, so we're somewhere to the northeast is where our platform and oxygen are. Okay, I should have brought down a few energy mods. That would allow us to open some of these containers. Something to think about for next time. There are 2 different types. One requires... Okay, got some laterite back there. Well, we gotta go get oxygen first. The one that we just passed there requires 3 generators to run. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I already got lost. That's sad. Oop, there it is. Anyway, some of them require 3. You can get pop coral seeds over here. If you replant it, it'll grow another pop coral, and eventually you can pop that one, and it'll also be worth research. So there is a way to farm some of these plants and allow yourself to pick up some extra research while you're here. Though you do have to watch out for that, because if that were to pop, it would have killed me at this range. So gotta be careful. Alright, so we're gonna dig over to this one. That one's again not going very far, but it's something at least. Anyway, so there are 3 generator ones which just have a port on the front. You need to have a certain amount of charge. In this case, right, we need 3 generators to run it, and then it pops off the top. The other kind has a black bar next to the cable port, which is a capacitor similar to the one on the back of your backpack here, and you just need to fill it up. It doesn't matter which generator or how many generators you use on it, you just need to fill it up. Usually for those I can make one and then just kind of walk away, fire and forget, and eventually it fills up. Okay, I had some laterite. So, get over here. Take the small shuttle. And now we've got it. One, two, three. All right, now we can make our own generators. Right, wrong way. So we can do a long distance grab with the terrain tool out, which allows you to grab literally anything that's on here. Alright, now we're just filling up. So, if we just make some more generators, because we're going to need them eventually anyway, so I don't feel too bad. Alright, so now we're almost out of power, and that will not, generally speaking, grow back by itself. So, we can get the... Oh, there you go. When you pick up organic, it automatically starts filling the generators you have on your person. Oops. Also got laterite right there. Cool. So I'll take a few of these on the way down. There's more than a few, but alright, cool. We will not need this many, but having an overabundance at this point is not really an issue. You're almost always going to be using aluminum at various points throughout the entire game, so... Okay. So, what we can do now is come over to this one, which requires all three. Plop the 3 generators down on the ground in front of it. Alright, so this actually didn't lock to it yet because I didn't use part of it. Anyway, turn on all three. That comes off, and now we get a research sample from EXO Dynamics. And then we can pick these back up, put them back in our pack, and head on back over to our stuff. Alright, now there were several others that I saw, so I think they were all the other direction though. I just had a thing to lock it in place, and then that doesn't seem to be here anymore. There. Does that mean I can't? No, I can still take this stuff off. That's very silly. Okay, just locks it to the ground. Alright, I do not want that. This was again the, yep, another one of these. Ooh, here's some quartz. One. Two. That's really our minimum. And we can grab a couple more here. Okay, now I'm on the opposite side of this wall. There we go. Now I could have dug like through the wall, but usually I figure that like following my footsteps backwards is usually a better option, just so I don't get myself lost and then lose my body somewhere. Because that also happens in this game. If you end up dying, you can lose your body, and then you don't know where your stuff is. Now if my, yep, here it is. It's going to say if my reckoning's correct. Didn't have to go anywhere. Alright, so we've got the laterite over here. I'll take one of them and plug this in right there. And new research type. Almost 500 bytes. So now we've got over 2,000. So we're in really good shape here. We want the packagers. And we want the well, we want the drill mod 1. This will help us dig through really tough terrain that we find on Sylva, and some of the other planets and moons as well. Alright. So we're just about ready to head down further. I think we'll just take this one. Unless there was a really good reason, a really good hole somewhere nearby. Yeah, that one's not really good. So yeah, we'll just stick with this thing. So generally speaking, you want to get a pretty decent steep down angle. This is probably not steep enough. And at any point we can just do switchbacks. That'll be fine. I am going to be rather slow about this, so you know, I'm not really one of the awesome core sliders like Captain Space Toaster or anybody like that. This will be alright. So dig as far as you can like this, and then find the bottom and level out. That'll work. That one's very steep. May in fact be too steep, but there are ways to get up just about any incline, as ridiculous as they may be. So we need to have 2 with us, but the other 5 can go away. And research. Come up here. Look back, and as long as you can still see it, you can grab it. Pretty much. It won't always work 100%, but it'll be decently close. Alright, and look around. I got this one. Alright, there is our tether line. So we can take the tether line back to the surface. Ooh, almost. Now, unfortunately, I am obstructed, so there we go. Gotta get a little bit closer. Alright, we also need to smelt some clay into ceramic. So this is going to help. This will also get us our first drill mod. Call me Blues. Hello. How are things going? Alright, graphite. Sphalerite, aluminum, okay. Yeah, just started, so you know. No, I mean, the rest of the day's been going pretty well. Got a fair amount of work done today, so feeling sort of productive about my regular day. It's always a plus. Alright, so we're going to toss all this stuff in here. We're going to take these generators, and they can be plopped over here. Set the battery down, and we're going to set the quartz down on the opposite side. Again, I'm going to need the quartz, but not until much, much later. We can pick up this sphalerite here and put it on the smelter when we get over to that side. Ran out of room. It's one of the problems with putting out solar panels. So, and the fact that we don't have any other large platforms apart from that one and the one we're carrying. So that might be also something to do, is when you have a chance, make sure that you have enough resin to make several of them. We only have one, so yep. Oh well. Alright, so we'll take that for now at least, and we'll throw sphalerite on. We'll take this solar and put it on the outside of the base. Actually, we'll take it and put it on this platform here. The temporary power cell, you know, you can decide if you want to use it now or later. It doesn't much matter, especially for me. Like, oh, and we need to change our research. You have any experience with Astroneer? Come over here, and we can do drill mod 1. The drill mod itself will only work, it will only be on when you actually put it onto your tool. I'm going to keep it just over in my backpack for now, because it's fine, doesn't need to do anything really. Alright, we'll take the zinc and the ceramic and find storage. Okay, and then just take this temporarily. Since we're not using this, we can stick this on there as well. Let the batteries do their thing. It's going to run out. Oh well. Don't have to worry too much about it. Alright, and then we can get going. Right. There we go. Okay, so we can hop on through here. Just keep zipping down till we get to the bottom. Hopefully I didn't just get stuck. Okay. So that also happens occasionally. Alright, come down here. We will... Alright, take this with us. Try to make sure you don't fall off of stuff, because that hurts. You can, in fact, kill yourself because of fall damage, and that's not usually fun. So, the good news is that I would be right here. I'd know exactly where my body is, so it's not a big deal. Only a slight annoyance at this point. Alright, so we're going to take this one. Right. Grab our platform, put it down over here, and we can get right up to the edge here. There's a hiss-spine right there. It's going to be fun. Too steep. Yeah, well, I warned you that it was going to happen, so... Alright, fill our oxygen while we're waiting. Fill this up a bit. Alright, then find a more appropriate angle. And try to do it this way. If you end up doing core sliding, you do have to regulate your speed. If you go too fast, you just end up hitting the end of the wall, and then you can't really see to dig because the camera's in too close, and you can't really actually go anywhere. So that's just kind of too bad. Make a couple of jumps like that, and you can get going. We're going to slide. Make sure we don't get poisoned. do we get a research item? Doesn't look like we did. That's too bad. Alright, so now as we're going through here, we got a sheer cliff on this side. It doesn't go down very far, but still, it's kind of annoying. But this is a good place to switch back and start going the other direction again. So we can kind of fill in down here to show ourselves that, yeah, this is where we're going to stop. Reverse, dig back down. Why, hello, Lana. How are you? The joy of two monitors, let me tell you. So yeah, how's it been going? I feel like I haven't seen you guys forever because you're doing Overwatch so much. To be fair, I am playing Elite Dangerous a lot, so... and trying to correct exams. It's a never-ending process. Alright, so we're going to angle this just off to the side here and build another ramp going this way. And let's see where we come out. So we should be getting pretty close to a very large cavernous area. Here we go. Yep. So, welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom. There are very large mushrooms all over this particular area, and it is... that's never good. It is a lovely place. If you ever get the chance to just stand around and look at some of the art that has been done in Astroneer, it is absolutely beautiful. Alright, got a couple more. We're down to 58 on... how much research these are each giving me. Got another power. And you will also notice that gravity is a bit lower in this particular area. Oh, I don't want to fall down there. Okay. Alright, alright. It's just a cavern. It's going to go deeper and deeper, but still don't want to fall down. this on over. Make sure we still have some oxygen. Grab this, and we'll head over here. Oh, free medium generator. That is awesome. With a free piece of carbon. I don't actually have room for it, but whatever, it's fine. I had box. I don't see. Is that it? Nope. Alright, with all the pop coral there, it's a bit of a hazard, so we step back a bit and dig it out. Alright, so this one is a capacitor, so we need to fill the capacitor. The other thing that we can do is just leave all those on here. And actually, take this off for a minute. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Well, the battery's draining, so whatever. May not even need this. Yep. Hey, whatever. Alright, so we're going to disconnect. And pull the sample. Another 400 is going to get us 1448 for the total. We can take a wide mod. What else do we actually need, though? I was talking about this earlier. We need the chemistry lab, although we don't have tungsten, so that's not a problem. Plastic and iron, we need the atmospheric condenser, but again, don't have enough bytes, and iron and plastic we have to go elsewhere. So tungsten we have to go to the moon. Soil centrifuge can get us some basic resources, but at this point it's just going to be a waste of bytes. Alright, medium. I don't suppose there's anything we actually need right this second, but do want to at least look through and make sure. Yeah, okay. The only thing I do want to get eventually is going to be the medium rover, but for now, it's way out of reach, and we don't need to get it. Large storage would be nice too. Again, out of our reach at the moment, so we can ignore it, and we're just going to wait for the chem lab. So that was, again, one more time, 1600. So we're really actually pretty close to getting it. Alright, so this actually looks like a pretty good hole to jump down. Again, I want to make sure I know where I'm going. So if in the future I'm coming back here, I want to make sure I don't like miss this for some strange reason. Come out this way. Nothing else, right? Okay. I thought there was another box, but I think that might have just been that one. There's a hole. Is it here? Maybe. Okay, well I lost it, so that's cool. Just bring this out. Alright, so when we get down here, you notice that the soil starts moving slower. And it has kind of a sort of marbly pattern to it. That is where our soil gets harder to dig into. It starts sparking a little bit, so that gives you a hint that, hey, this is not easy work for your terrain tool. So that's what I brought the drill mod for. And it has been brought to my attention that when you dig through areas that are right next to a seam, like that have either two different hard rocks that you're trying to dig through, or if you have a like an area between the rock and the dirt, oftentimes there will be a nice little sort of gap that you can work your way through, or at the very least it'll be mostly dirt right around it. Alright, so now we can switch on the drill mod. So pop it onto anything over here. And then when we dig this, it's going to go a lot smoother. Till apparently we hit a giant mushroom right there. But it digs the next level soil here almost as easily as the dirt in your regular terrain tool. Not quite as easily. The only downside is that this drains your power. So you will run low on power, you will end up draining your battery. Right, and when you're laying soil, you can take this off, because you don't want to waste energy. Whoa. Grab that, bring it on down, take a breath. Fill up. And then drop it down a little bit lower. And continue the slant. I believe that is a lot of zinc out there that I am seeing. Some more soil, so we're just going to go collect some off of here. If this is too tedious, you can always go ahead and put on the drill mod, and then it collects much faster, just like it cuts through much faster. got some sphalerite and some ammonium over there. Not that I need either of them at the moment, but hey, while I'm here, right? Nope. Just not paying attention. Okay. Alright. So we're going to spin around, grab our platform here if we can. Alright, so you can see here this is like an abandoned colony or something, where another Astroneer prior to us had been here before. And we also see the new threat here. These, if you get too close to them, jut out spikes and end up killing you. Let's see what's it called. Dagger root. And they didn't even give us anything good either, so that's kind of sad. Oops. There's another one right there, so do be careful. Alright, so these are like salvageable debris. At least sometimes they're salvageable. This particular one has no power slot that is actually got a cable in it, so basically it would be good enough for storage, and that's about it. Could also be like a self-contained storage unit, so if you put on like put that like generator or the solar panels that we had up above on it, and then another thing with it, then it could generate its own power, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. So those can be kind of cool, but we got enough up top, and we've found enough yep. We found enough resin that we can just like make our own. It's fine. Ooh, and an Astroneer pack. So these sometimes will pop up. They are packs from the Astroneers who have died before you, and a lot of times they'll have something useful. So let's see what we got. We got research sample, fireworks, always fun, another battery, tethers, and consumable power cells. So I'm going to put the consumable power cells on my person, and then shove the battery in here and let that fill up off of them. I'm going to leave the tethers. We don't really need them at this point. And fireworks. Alright, so let's take this, just put it on here. Let them fill up the other one. Alright, so after this, we're going to double back again. Alright, we're going to hit hard soil almost immediately. This isn't really surprising. It's all over the place down here. And eventually we're going to get into like tier 2 soil, which is really hard to get through. We're not going to be able to get through it unless we have the drill mod on, and even then, the drill mod 1, it's hard to get through it. So so how's everybody's weekend? It's only just beginning, but still. You never know, might have something exciting. Switch this back on. Start digging. Try to keep angling down every so often. We're losing oxygen, so I gotta go back. Grab that platform. Is not accessible. Gotta. I almost lost it there. That was borderlining on not good. Yeah, sometimes you can drop stuff around here, and if it drops, typically it's going to go up a layer or down a layer. I mean, either way, it's bad. But yeah, if you lose something like that, it can be gone forever. It would be very, very bad. Alright, we're through to the bottom layer. It happened. It happened. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we're good. Yeah, so that just expelled it straight up. So it went up an entire layer up on top of there. It was almost very bad. Alright, so here we go into the hard soil. Yeah, the Tier 2 stuff here is very hard to dig through. Just like the Tier 1 soil was very hard to dig through with just your terrain tool. At this point, we can either, again, follow the seam, which kind of goes that way, or just try to push through here. Yeah, we're out of power now. That's the other thing that happens. Nope, nope. Get that lodged in. And then we'll... We'll kind of go diagonally here and see what happens. Alright, so we're through over here. This means that we can shut this off and dig down. Oops, that's going to be too shallow. That's going to be steep enough. Okay. Dig through more at this angle here. With gravity being so low, you do have to somewhat be a little bit careful, but at the same time, you might be able to get away with some stuff that you couldn't otherwise. Right, so we're going to fall a little bit here. Get that connected there, and then very carefully. Yeah, we're slipping. Some more soil off of that's bad. Grab some more soil off the wall and try not to grab the oxygenator this time. So we are almost full here. Pick this up and put it down here. Another thing that you can do is block yourself and like walk on the side of this. you can actually aim it. And if, nope, slipped. Oh, that's not good. Anyway, yeah, you can connect yourself to the side of it and slip a little bit down that way. Alright, so now that we're down here, this should be the bottom layer. There will be nowhere to go beyond this. We have the research chamber here. You could even put research objects on this and start gaining more research, provided you had the energy for it. So there is another carbon here. Right, and now we have this giant spike. Sits in the ground, and it is, there's a research item. No. Dig that up. So this could be pretty awful. You'd have to go for 12 minutes. Yeah, that's not happening with these. Oh, 2 filters. These are good for temporary kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough power is the problem to do research. Anyway. Okay. Right, so for here we're going to go toward the spike. Then we're going to attempt to dig in at one of these sites. Also, we want to be able to build a little ramp so that we can get out later. Gravity shifts a bit when you're close to these, so do be careful. And then we're gonna go down this way. So if you follow these spikes, we end up coming to an area . is at the center of the planet. These are some of the nicest graphics in the game as a whole. Coming across this for the first time was pretty amazing. Alright, so for this, oops. We need that quartz, and we're just going to take it and run. This is the same material as what we had up on the surface. Alright, and I'm taking 2 of these geometric triptychs because one is going to be used to power the gateway, and one is going to be used for a secret purpose for later. Every planet has a set like this where you have an internal set where you can gaze into the odd stone, and now you'll notice we have the bright node on the surface where we came from. We had activated that last time. We now have the bright node in the center of the planet, and we also have these other dim nodes around the sides, so with the other 5. However, you'll also notice now we have another thing that's available to us at a cosmic elevation. So there's a dim node here at cosmic elevation. That is going to be something that we do a bit later. Alright, now let's see if we can find our ride back. Since that piece of equipment did have all of our oxygen and stuff like that on it, you know, we don't need it, but it'd be awfully nice if we could get it back. There. Oh dear. Where'd it go? There. Gravity's a little wonky, so you do have to sometimes play with it a little bit and make sure it'll actually cooperate. That was weird. I think I was losing oxygen there. Normally when you're inside the core of the planet, you keep running, or you keep getting oxygen. So I don't know what happened. Anyway. Alright, so now the tedious part of going back up to the surface. If you are less inclined to do that, then you can just take the node system, travel back up to the planet, and then find your way back to the back to your base. I, on the other hand, do want to keep all of this stuff, so I am unfortunately going to be a bit tedious today. Normally, I also would have found a bunch of graphite down here, and unfortunately, I didn't see any. Which is okay. We can just get over it. Do a bit of graphite hunting a bit later. Okay, so at this point we've got all of the research we need to get off the planet. We can get to several locations. So next stop, we could go to the moon to get tungsten. We could go to Glacio, which is the ice planet. Glacio is well known for being able to get massive amounts of research, so that would get us pretty much everything we need for the entire rest of the game, and we don't have to do a whole lot of extra work for it. I'm usually inclined to go that way, but it is a bit of I don't know, it seems like a bit of a grind. Just doing a whole bunch of research collection rather than doing anything neat and interesting. That might be the best thing to do for now. I guess we are running kind of short on the first half of the stream. We will be getting into control here in just a few minutes. Still have that on. Keep wondering why my power is still draining, even though it's not really doing anything. It's just Wonderful, thank you, sir. How'd you all do tonight? Just give me 1 second here. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, hi, welcome. I am Obi-Wan Pez, this is N Simplex Pachinko, and tonight we're doing Astroneer. At least, have been doing Astroneer for a bit. We're thinking about trading out and going back to Control. I've been kind of splitting my streams, but if people are more interested in sticking around, then we could always work on base. I will say I don't really have anything spectacular. I did just start a new game, what was it, last week, in order to test out a couple of things. Nothing major. Yeah. Oh, I hear you. It's been a long week for just about everybody I know. Anyway, got plenty of aluminum. And yeah, you're gonna hit me for this, but alright, so we did just get the first, well, at least not completely. I don't have a cavern directly underneath this area, so I think that might have been part of the problem. When I'm digging these, I just pretty much do a quick little depression like that, which, again, for the most part, leaves it a nice bowl shape. So we've got yeah, that's the other thing, is I don't really have a place to stick the Tryptus either. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. So I've been kicking around, just not really doing a whole lot, just playing around with what I got here and see what kind of cool stuff I can build. Nope, I need that. Alright, we'll take one of those and do wide mod probably. So, go over and make a small shuttle. Let that run for who knows how long. We can also pop in here and try to see if we can find any additional resources out in the field. Or any other items that we had for power especially. So any sort of small items we can stick on here, stick in the pack. So that was your stream. Go figure. Didn't bring ladderite. Up to anything in particular? That's too bad. There's some good stuff here too. Okay, that's even better. Alright, I don't have any graphite right here, but we can probably find some. Got mountains right next door. So... No, I completely agree. Rovers are way better, but I don't have the resources at this exact moment just because yeah, I've been lazing about with just picking up stuff and completing Sylva. There's not a whole lot here. also find that buggies are typically uncontrollable. Anytime that you try to do anything with them, they just try to get away from you. It's good enough for now. Figured it wouldn't work, but you know, gotta try. I never know if something they did changed an update, whatever. Mostly it's just kind of like showcasing the game by itself for anybody who hasn't played it before, and anybody who has, it's just kind of relaxing, hanging out. But eventually it's going to be like trying to go through some of the old updates. So I want to complete the game, and I want to complete the Wanderer challenge over again. Showcase those two at the very least. Oops. At some point. Yeah, I would have thought there was graphite there, but oh well. That's part of the other problem is, like, I haven't done anything on automation, and like I don't know if I feel like doing it at all. I mean, clearly I need some more space and whatever, but I just haven't spent enough time, I don't think, even really playing with it or looking into it, which is slightly sad, but need aluminum. You can make a thruster. Hate it when it does that. Alright, take the packager. Make a couple more. mod for that. Must not have, yeah. Alright, so we want the chem lab. Need tungsten for that, so we need to get to Solo and get some tungsten. We also want to get, right, like plastic and rubber is nice, but we can't get that yet. Right. Yeah. Get the Y mod. This will allow us to do a bit easier, have a bit easier of a job trying to core slide. And that's also going to be something that's fairly useful. As we start getting into it. So, well, I guess. Sorry, trying to decide what I want here. All right. Just take one of these. All right, so I think this is probably good enough for now. We will launch to another planet. Yeah, let's go to Glacio and grab all of the research that we're going to need. And some titanium. Well, true to form, there's about one landing zone that you can see. Should be pretty close to the North Pole, I think. Alright, so here we're going to totally cheat and take the Did I use up all the pack? No, put the packager up top. Alright, so one of the things that anybody who is new here will know is that right there we just got 354 for that one research sample, which is on the surface of this planet. So anything that we get underneath the surface is going to be even better. So we're looking at, 300 plus per sample, and those are just the little ones that you pick up. So very excellent. Alright, and there is also some iron right here. So hematite will smelt into iron once we bring it back to the smelter. Alright, so now we can drop, really we can just drop some of the resin. Also, you also have an extra slot down here, so if you pop it over to something that's known, you can free up that slot for putting something else in. Organic we don't really need right now, so I'll just take a resin. Alright, we are going to be here. Not going to necessarily come back a lot, but at the very least kind of get set up at the North Pole here. Dragon, I don't know what the problem is. Alright, so this particular section is half underground. Alright, this setup requires 32. Yes, you heard me. 32 power, which is usually 32. At least I think it's 32 generators. So that's a lot of generators. We're going to need a whole lot of compound in order to make that happen. And then we're going to need some sort of. You could put them in like series or in parallel, but that's just crazy. There's so many items, you don't want to go start having to chase them. So really so instead we're going to eventually head underneath the surface, grab a whole bunch of research, grab a whole bunch of titanite, smelt some of it, grab our small printer and print some silos. And silos allow us to print a whole bunch of, or to stick a whole bunch of stuff onto one storage item. So I rather like that. I use them pretty much every run that I do, just because they are pretty nice. incidentally picking up ammonium, but that works too. It's fine. Found more or less where the heart of the deposits were. Just picking up a whole bunch. Okay. Alright, so then from here, I'm gonna make alright, gonna get a medium printer. And once we get some more resin, we're going to have to build some platforms. So, yep, still need some more. That's not graphite. Alright, that's ammonium. Got enough for 2 anyway. There it is. Fortunately not set up in the best place. It's always fun. Get some twists in it. Alright, cool. Alright, apart from a quick migration to a sunny spot up on a hill, like up there, I think that this is going okay. Which, granted, right, the icy planet doesn't have a whole lot in the way of sun, but it does at least have some. So I think I want to move this up here. Oops. Okay. You can see I'm starting to get a little sloppy here, so gonna need a smelting furnace for the iron, and Is there something else? Oops. Let's not print multiple smelting furnaces. Yeah, I can't think. Oh, Titanite, once we get it. Yeah, okay. Not like it's a huge deal, but I'm going to grab this ammonium here. Got so many others around here, it's not like it matters. And we'll stick that down here. Okay. So, 1 compound and 2 resin. Going to be able to do the smelting furnace. Stick that over there, turn that off for now. And this can actually move over either place. Yeah, actually I don't want that here. I want this on its own platform. Nope. Let's not burn that. Alright, so we're going to let that burn. I think I am going to let this go just for a few minutes, step out, go get some stuff from kitchen, and be right back. Just let this hang out a minute. Alright, we're back. So, almost all of the iron is smelted. Are we seriously not collecting any? Alright, cool. So we're going to get weak sun off of this, but it's better than nothing. And then, now we've got iron. So what do we need for that one? Right, so ceramic glass and tungsten. Iron was for the atmospheric condenser. We need glass, which we can get from quartz, and plastic, which we need the we need the chem lab for. So we need tungsten. But the main goal of coming out here was at least get an iron, and also the most important thing for us is to go under and get go downstairs and get some titanite. So this does not like me today. Just keep getting caught on the ground. Oop. There we go. So grab the shuttle and shove it on down. Create a ramp until we get down to the cavern layer. Alright, once we're here, this cavern layer is impenetrable, so we're not going anywhere with that. Which also means we're not taking out any of the plants that are here, including the pop coral. Again, our main goal here is to collect titanite, but also get a lot of research. So, generally speaking, somewhere around like 20,000 is not unheard of. Not sure exactly how much we need anymore in order to just complete the game, but around 20,000 is a good estimate. I am trying to do the fast mining technique. Again, if anybody hadn't seen that one, you keep going around, and then occasionally you let go of the mouse, tap Alt and click, and then let go of Alt. It's almost one motion, and when you do that, it builds a tiny little bit into the ground, and then immediately surrounding your cursor, everything around it is extracted. So all of our resources that are in the wall end up coming out of the wall. It is a little bit of an exploit, but it's not game breaking. Just gonna run right by it, it's fine. Alright, there's all 8 slots there. This is fine. See, it was away from there. How did I get down here in the first place? Did not see a hiss-spine earlier. That's it. Nope. Alright, well, doesn't much matter. As long as I am okay with the shuttle, just slightly to my left here. Jeez. Right there. Okay, cool. Oh wow. That's quite a few items. Alright. So we got 1 battery, 1 temp, and two turbines. That's fun. This one's still powered. This one is dead. Right? Yep. Even just the one, that's fine. That's great. if we take this off, let me just shove this on here. Yep, okay, cool. I kind of figured that would happen, but you know, sometimes my expectations are not what happens actually in game. There we go. So we're gonna go and purchase. Can't purchase it yet. Alright. So in the small one, under storage. Yeah, here we go. Medium storage silo with 24 small slots. On it, 2 titanium each for 3,000 bytes of research. So we're gonna head downstairs with the shuttle one more time. Ouch. Oh no. There we go. Alright, as long as you can grab like a corner of it, you're still good. Alright, so now from here, I still didn't check what pole this was. Like I said, I was pretty sure it was the north, but yeesh. Alright, right there. North Pole. Cool. So if we run a little bit this way, should also still point north. Yeah, it's tracking. Cool. Ah, nuts. Should have known better. Okay. So, body should be like right here. My body should be like right here. Oh, that's bad. There we go. And it's mirror image, that's really weird. I remember that happening once, but yeah, going with the theme that I had earlier, it was really hard to drive down here. I tried driving at one point with a buggy, and it was absolutely impossible. Just all these little spires sticking up everywhere cause some serious problems. You cannot get around all of them. It's just, yeah, it's just awful. So I do not recommend trying to drive down here unless you have, I guess, maybe like a paver or something. At which point you just run over everything that's in your way. boomaloons, which are these things, will blow up, and they will hurt you if you have anything like explosive in your backpack, but that's about it. Even if you're just walking along and don't have anything really bad in there, they'll explode and you'll get hurt, but it'll go away pretty quickly. Oops. How are we doing? 5,000. Okay, cool. So now we will purchase the medium storage silo. Okay. I think that's going to do it for Astroneer tonight, and I will flip over to control while I'm here. So, already auto-saved. What's going on there? Do I have something new? Oh, little kicks. Okay, cool. Alright, we will switch over.